How did the defense play in Texas?
You know, obviously we lost the game, so there was a lot of things we could have done better. Have regrets on a couple of the scoring plays. The one was a communication error, the first one, that we just hadn't made that mistake and did and left a one-on-one that shouldn't have been a one-on-one, and then the second touchdown was kind of a gadget that they got us on that we didn't recognize, I thought Texas is a really incredible team. I mean, they've talent, they are well coached, they're schematically very, very good, and it took us a little while to get caught up. I guess what I'm most happy with is the way that our guys fought, and we did not get off to a great start. That was one of the things that we talked about doing, and we were kind of in a hole all day, but they kept swinging, and I'm really, really proud of the way that we did some things. We talked a little bit Monday about the last 9 plays of defense for us when we needed it the most. We're elite. They were driving, and we held them on 3 plays and made them kick a field goal, and then they got, we missed our field goal and had 3 plays and got them turned out and got them to punt, gave our offense a chance to go down and score, and then 3 plays of overtime, about as good as you can do is 3rd and 9, kicking a field goal from the 24-yard line. So we finished that thing really well, and the guys fought. I'm proud of them.
Did the guys just kind of settle in, or did you change something?
Well, that's one thing about Texas that they do a good job of is they keep the targets moving, so it's harder to do some of that stuff. I think we got accustomed to the speed as the game went on a little bit. Can't replicate that. We've got some phenomenal scout receivers, and I think we've got a really good scout team, but you can't replicate that. There's not a lot of teams in the country that can replicate that, and so I think that was a little bit of it, was just us getting used to that pace of play, and then once we did, I think we started realizing that we can execute with these guys and play with these guys.
Thoughts on Blake Shapen as a quarterback?
I've always thought very highly of him since he came into the game here in 2021 when Bohannon was the quarterback and got hurt, and he came in and just didn't bat an eye with his athleticism, and it's unfortunate that he's had some injuries and things throughout the past couple of years, but he's really athletic. Him running the football and him scrambling with football is as scary as anything that they do. He's played a lot of football. He's seen a lot of pictures. I think he throws the ball accurately, and he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league.
Key has Siegel been to your ability to shake things up and maneuver people around and make him fit in the right slot? Yeah,
Marquise is incredible. He's a physical kid. He's as physical of a kid as we have on defense, relatively, and his ability to play man has been awesome for us. So we're trying to get him around the action as much as we can get him around the action.
I feel like the linebackers have almost become a strength for you guys without Daniel Green.
Yeah, it's been great to watch the development of Jake Clifton. He got the start last week. We just felt Austin Romaine's been tremendous. He especially, you think he's just a freshman. What he's doing is incredible. But we just feel Jake gives us, Jake is so intelligent, such a good communicator, seen a lot of football at this point in his career, and we just feel like he gives us a chance to do a few more things. Those guys, Dez and Austin, how they've rolled, and the battle that they fought all game long, really proud of those 4.
Now that you can play him and keep the red shirt intact the rest of the way, is Rex Van Wy going to play a role?
Yeah, there's a couple of guys like that have maybe played an A game or no games that maybe we can start to look at a little bit more in practice. Rex is progressing really quite a bit. His body's changed a lot over the past year. He's a giant of an individual, and he's a smart kid. He just didn't have a whole bunch of football background, and so he's in the 2 deep for sure.
Anything else?
Are there any other guys that may redshirt that could play? Haven't seen one yet.
We're looking at Chidi has been up with us most of the year at defensive end. We've looked a little bit at Cam Salas. We've looked a little bit at Wesley Fair as a couple of guys that have games left that are practicing with us a little bit. Daniel Cobbs has played a little bit in some games, but has the ability to. He has 2 games, I believe, that he's yet to play. So we're looking at him a little bit more, and some of these game plans coming down the road, I think, are going to fit some of those guys.
Is Elalio available to you Saturday?
He is not. He'll be out for another week.
Maybe not necessarily exclude last Saturday, but how well has your defensive tackles played to keep linemen off of your linebackers and allow them to make plays?
Yeah, we've had some talks with some of those guys this week about just things I think we can do to make them a little bit more disruptive. And I think that's a big deal. You look at Uso; he's as talented of a guy, still very raw and new to the game, and maybe doesn't always understand the situational aspects that he's in. But we'll try to find ways to get him around the ball a little bit more. And it's the same with Javon Banks. Javon is a incredibly explosive kid. Not nearly the size of Uso, but he moves so well. He's really stout at the point of attack, and against an athletic O-line like Baylor, those guys are going to be key.
What's the conversation like with Coach Riley or Coach Kleiman when you asked to get Cooper Beebe over on the defensive line?
What I didn't know about the game was, on every second down they were calling, "Hey, Cooper," and then Coach Riley's trying to make some adjustments with Cooper, and we keep calling for him in the case that we may need to use him, which was highly unlikely. But we'd love to have him. Little known story. We made there were some discussions about that when we first were recruiting him about which side of the ball he was going to be on, and we lost. But I think it worked out well for him.